A ricing fragrance oil? Can she soap it? Brambleberry has not yet let me down with their descriptions on their website. It was clear in their description that this fragrance will rise in cold process soap. Usually, I try to avoid fragrances that are known to misbehave in soap, but during my quest to find a pearberry fragrance, I felt like this was my best option. I needed to test this out to see what designs I could achieve even with the ricing. During my first attempt, I had two colors ready, and I'd hoped to achieve a simple swirl. However, I got one color and learned how badly this actually rises. You can see here that the soap batter is clumping all over the stick blender head. I kept scraping the clumped soap off of the stick blender and blending some more. I have another option that I could have chosen. I could have done a type of hot process where I let this go into gel phase and then work the clumps out. Some people use a heating pad under the bowl to ensure it goes into gel phase, or they throw it into a crock pot. However, I've never done that, and I don't have a dedicated crock pot for soaping. What you're watching is me trying to find a good option for what I have to work with and something that I'm comfortable with. Looking back at the footage, I think I could have achieved a swirl if I had pre-mixed mica with oil. Since I like to just dump the mica into the soap batter, I knew that that would be a poor choice here. It could be hard to get the dry mica to evenly disperse through the soap batter that was this thick. After my first test with the fragrance, I had a thought that maybe adding the fragrance to the base oils before adding the lye solution would help prevent so much ricing. It stood to reason that if it were already evenly dispersed before it became soap batter, maybe it wouldn't clump. Let's test this theory. I pulsed the stick blender as I poured the lye solution in, and look, there's no ricing. It did get very thick really quickly, but there's no clumps. And even though this is pretty thick, it was not near as thick as it was in the first test. Let's try this in a big batch now. For this larger batch, I still use King's Gold Mica, but I decided to use Raspberry Mica as my accent color instead of Hot Pink Mica like I used in the second test batch. All three micas are from Brambleberry. Everything went smoothly when I added the lye solution, but in this batch, I also added a little citric acid to act as a chelator in the soap. You can see that when I added it, it caused the soap to act up a bit. Maybe next time I should add it to the lye water or the base oils with the fragrance. It was still easier to manage than it was with the first test batch of soap. As usual, this soap went into an off but preheated oven, uncovered, to process overnight.